Today we're beginning a brand new series on the benefits of yoga. Hello and welcome to episode 191 of Namaste Yoga. What is Hatha Yoga and its benefits? It's an introduction to our series on the benefits of yoga. So this series is going to be all about what are the benefits of yoga, and it's going to be a great series. We're going to start with the benefits of our physical body and then move into the more subtle layers of our body, the energetic body, and then we're going to end with a class on what is advanced yoga really, because what I find is sometimes I get pressure from people to create more and more advanced classes, and when we look at what an advanced posture is or how to get more advanced in your poses, it really has very little to do with doing contortionist poses, in my opinion. So we will eventually get there. This is going to be a very long series, actually, that now that I've outlined it. It's actually a 20-class series. We may actually take a break in the middle because nobody wants to get bored and do a part one of the series and a part two of the series and do a different series in the middle, but we'll see how that goes. This series is based on teachings from two books. It's based on a book called Yoga Beyond Belief, Insights to Awaken and Deepen Your Practice by Ganga White, and also one of the main texts of Hatha Yoga. So it's called the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, and this is a great book on yoga asana and breath practice and the bandhas and a lot of the kriyas, the purification practices. So when you look at the physical practices of yoga and that kind of thing, this is a really great book. I know a lot of schools of yoga really focus on the Yoga Sutras, which is a great book on yoga philosophy and meditation. But when it comes to asanas, this is a really great historical book on Hatha Yoga. And also just another quick point that about how I'm saying Hatha Yoga, that it is, in the West we often say Hatha Yoga, and it's correctly pronounced Hatha Yoga. So just thought I would say that in case you're wondering, what is she saying? Okay, so we're going to begin with a testimonial today from Trish, and I forget where I got this. I think it was from Facebook. So she said, in my search for a healthy way to get toned and fit for my daughter's upcoming wedding, I found your beginners series. Having never experienced yoga, I was not sure what to expect. What I found was an amazing woman who, through technology, has become my friend. Thank you so much for all you do. I loved your beginners series. Today I did episode 170. I just loved it just as much as your beginner series. You have helped me find a peaceful place within myself to build upon. Blessings to you and yours. Namaste. Okay, and then just a couple little newsy things about what's going on this week. Sue Medeiros, one of our open-hearted graduates, is in the middle of her transitions group on our membership site. We're going to be finishing filming up our series that Molly Crowley, an open-hearted graduate, and I were team teach yoga philosophy on the membership site. So I'm filming it, but we created this series together. It's on the Bhagavad Gita. Any of you who are interested in yoga philosophy, this is one of the great philosophical texts on yoga. In my opinion, it's one of the most relevant to our day-to-day lives. And we had a great time putting this together. And so we'll be finishing filming it tomorrow. It will be up very soon on the membership site. and we're really excited to release it. We can't wait for the members to get going with that. And then also Tim and I, we did our first joint effort for the membership site yesterday too. We ran a webinar yesterday about how to get the most out of your membership site. So that was really, really fun too. Also, thank you to Squeeze Yoga Clothing for my clothing. I've decided to wear the monotone gray today, in a gray mood. I don't know, not like a gray mood, but like felt like wearing gray. And then thank you to Dusky Leaf for our yoga props and mats. And I'm actually don't think I'm going to need any props today. Don't think. I always say that, but I went through my notes. I don't think I will. Just the mat. So I will have you go ahead and rest back, and we will contextualize today's class. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable lying on your back. Tuck your shoulder blades in underneath you. Check in with your low back. If you need to bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor, you can go ahead and do that. And then take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it fall out of your mouth as a way to arrive here now. So what is Hatha Yoga? Over the next several weeks, we will be exploring Hatha Yoga and its benefits. Ha means sun and Ta means moon. Ha is masculine, heating, expanding, and strengthening. Ta is feminine, cooling, contracting, and flexible. We need both in our practice to create balance. Flexibility without strength leads to fragility. Strength without flexibility leads to rigidity. Too many heating practices would cause your body to burn out. Take a moment to focus on your breathing. Notice the difference between your breath in and your breath out. Your inhalation, for example, increases energy, tightens, and strengthens. Ha. This is the Ha of Hatha. While your exhalation releases energy, softens, and lengthens. So this is the Ta of Hatha. So the style of Hatha Yoga we practice on Namaste Yoga encourages long holds, anywhere from 30 seconds to 1 minute to even several minutes. And ideally, without the time constraints of computer download file sizes, I would have you holding yoga poses for at least 3 to 5 minutes each. The longer holds allow for deeper openings. Longer holds release deeply held stress and tension. Long holds release holding patterns in your musculature that lead to better alignment of your muscles, bones, and nerves. So that would be when you're first starting to practice yoga, you would notice these kind of things happening in your physical body. You would notice this release of deeply held stress and tension in your physical body. You might even notice this in your mental and emotional body. You'd notice that your muscles and your alignment of your muscles and bones feel better. The longer you practice yoga and the more advanced you become, you might start to notice that long holds allow you to penetrate to deeper and subtler areas of your energetic body. So the more advanced you get in your yoga practice, the more able you are to tune into energy and receive the messages from your body, ultimately allowing you to strengthen, heal, and balance. So go ahead and begin to form your intention for your practice today. How could your yoga practice best serve you in your body, your mind, your emotions, your energy, and your spirit today? So we just covered off a whole lot of areas of benefits, from the most dense layer of your body, your physical body, to the more subtle layers of your energetic body. So you get to decide what area you're going to focus on, because you are your own best teacher and you are in charge of your practice. And we are going to focus on Hatha Yoga, and particularly on the balance between that sun and moon energy, between the expanding and contracting, strengthening and flexibility, heating and cooling in our practice today. But you can decide where you want to put your focus and how advanced you want to go in your practice, from the densest layer of your physical body, or if you want to go really advanced into your practice and tune into the more subtle layers of your energetic and subtle body in your practice. Okay, so form your intention, and then you can begin to wiggle and stretch out. And we're going to begin with Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, bridge pose. And so this is a strength pose. And you'll see that we create balance in our practice all the way through our practice. And that is one of the key benefits of a Hatha Yoga practice, is that we create balance. So you'll bend your knees, you'll place your feet flat on the floor, hands down by the side of your body. Really sink into your feet and allow your pelvis to lift off the ground. So really feel your feet on the ground, your shoulders on the ground. And see if you can tune into the energy of strength in this pose. Can you feel the buoyancy of the rebound of this pose coming away from the earth? Can you feel the lines of energy moving through your legs? Are you connected with your breath in this pose? And then slowly lower yourself down and extend your legs out. And you're going to draw your right knee into your chest, hold on behind your knee. And so this would be the balancing, the counter pose to the strength pose. This is a flexibility pose, so ta to the ha pose. So apanasana, knee to chest pose. So can you stay connected to your breathing in this pose? Can you tune into what's happening deeply in your body with your organ body? Feeling your leg pressing on your ascending colon here. And can you also still be aware of your non-gesture leg and stay connected to the energy running through your non-gesture leg? Then go ahead and release your right leg down. Take a moment here, take a deep breath in. Just take a moment to check in and feel the difference between your right and your left side. And then go ahead and slide your left leg in. Hold on the back of your left leg. And again, so this would be a flexibility pose. And then you can tune deeper and deeper into your body, feeling into your organ body, feeling your descending colon now. Also tuning into your energetic body by connecting with your breathing here, staying with the flow of your breath. So stay present to and be aware of sensations in your body. And then go ahead and release the side from your body. And again, check in after the pose. Take a deep breath in. And let it fall out of your mouth. And feel the changes in your physical body, in your mental body, in your emotional body, in your energetic body. Feel the difference in your breathing. So feel the difference on all levels of your being. And then you can bend your knees, roll to your side, and come on up onto all fours. Okay, from all fours, we're going to tuck your toes under. Inhale. Exhale, reach your hips up towards the ceiling. Take your right leg up. Inhale. And exhale, you're going to bring your right knee forward to your right wrist. Reach your left leg back and long. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to fold forward into folding forward pigeon. Ik, pad, Rajkopatasana. So this is forward folding pigeon. And so in terms of the Hatha Yoga theme, this is a contracting, the more feminine side of the more moon side of the Hatha, sun moon balance. And we're going to do this pose again later, where we create the back bending pigeon so that it's more expanding. So here, stay connected to your breathing. Be aware of sensations in your body. Notice the flexibility that you're creating in and around your hips. But you can tune into the more subtle layers of your body as well, and the movement of energy in your body as well. Also, remember your non-gesture leg, your left leg behind you. Keep that leg active and reaching long behind you. So you'll keep prana or vital energy flowing through this yoga posture by keeping your breath continuous. And notice how that moves your whole body. And where your breath moves in your body. And then we're going to come up and step back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And take your left leg back and up, and then bring your left knee forward to your left wrist. Reach your right leg long and back. And carefully fold yourself forward over your bent left leg. So for the contracting version of Ikpad Rajkopatasana, forward folding pigeon, working on the moon version of this pose in the Hatha Yoga, the Ta side. Staying connected with your breath for the long holds here. Notice how that allows you to follow the flow of energy through your body. Stay present to any physical sensations. And then be present and mindful as you come out of this pose as well. And we're going to come to a seated position for some pranayama, some breath practice here. And we're going to do 2 breath practices today that represent the Hatha, the sun and moon, the heating and cooling. So we'll start with the heating so that we can bring it down and cool it down after. So for heating, I chose Kapalabhati breath because I think it's one of my favorites. It's sometimes translated as breath of fire, but it's actually literally translates as skull shining breath. And it is quite heating. The way I like to teach it, if you place your hands on your belly, you make the sound ha, and draw your navel back, ha, 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 and then keep doing that, but then start to do it through your nose, ha, ha, ha. So the exhalation is active and the inhalation is passive. By really drawing the air out, really pushing all the air out, you create a vacuum and the air comes in passively. So okay, so we'll do, let's do 50 rounds of that, and then we'll cool it with the Satali breath. Okay, so here we go. Take a deep breath in. Breathe all the way in. Breathe all the way out. Breathe part way in and hold. And exhale when the need is great. Okay, so just noticed was that warming in your body. And so I found that a little annoying, but I did notice that I could see the color orange when I did that. So that is kind of like a fire color. So now we're going to do Satali breath. And Satali breath is a cooling breath. And the way this works is you make your tongue into a U shape and you stick it out like this. And you breathe in through your tongue like it's a straw. And then you stick your tongue in your mouth and you breathe out through your nose. Now, some of you will be tongue-tied, and so you won't be able to stick your tongue out like that. If that's the case, then you just make your lips into a straw. Breathe in like that, and then breathe out through your nose. Okay? So we'll do this for a bit, and you can pay attention and be aware and notice if this has a cooling effect for you. Okay? So here we go. And then just breathe normally. Notice the effects of this breath practice for you. So the intention was that it was cooling, and notice if you feel that it had a cooling effect. And not just on your physical body, but notice if you found that it cooled any emotions for you or cooled your mind. You feel cooled mentally, energetically, if you feel cooler. Just notice on all levels of your being. Okay, so I notice that whenever I do this breath, it feels cooler right down my spinal column. And then I also noticed that it had a cooling effect mentally for me, so that's a really nice effect. Okay, I think we're going to come up to standing now. I'm just going to double check my notes. We're going to come up to standing, and we're going to do Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. Of course, we had to do that with the sun moon practice. We're going to do Surya Namaskar, sun salutations for the sun part of the sun moon practice. Okay, so stand at the front of your mats. We're going to do sun salutations. Place your feet hip width apart, and inhale, reach up. So this is heating. This is the sun part of the practice. Exhale, hinge your hips forward. You can bend your knees. Inhale, step your right foot back. Left foot steps back. Exhale, elbows in, straight down. You can lower your knees for that chaturanga too. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right foot forward. Exhale, your left foot reaches forward. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, left foot back. Right foot back. Exhale, elbows straight back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot in. Exhale, right foot in. Inhale, up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take a deep breath in. And exhale, relax. Okay, so you can see that this is the heating, warming, energizing part of the practice, the Ha part of the Hatha Yoga. And I just wanted to say that on my blog, if you go to my website, that one of our open-hearted graduates, Lisa Kerr, did a blog post for us on a tutorial on how to do Chaturanga Dandasana. So if you're curious about that and you have a tough time with that pose, definitely check that out, okay? Because she did a great job of that for us. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, reach up, back, your right foot back, and left foot comes back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot in. Exhale, left foot in. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, left foot back. Right foot comes back. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot in. Exhale, right foot in. Inhale, up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Then inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, right foot back. Left foot comes back. Remember, you can always lower your knees. Elbows straight back as you lower down. Inhale, lift your chest, keep your shoulders down. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. So feel how this is heating and warming and energizing. And right foot back. Elbow straight back. Inhale, lower down. Lift up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot in. Exhale, right foot in. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, so for those of you who are members, also Lisa Kerr did Surya Namaskar A and B Ashtanga. She's an Ashtanga certified teacher, so that's a great thing to take advantage of. She did a great job. I'm just totally not a sun salutation teacher, so that would be a great thing to take advantage of. Okay, we're going to do, so now the feminine side of that, the moon side of that, we're going to do half moon balancing pose. And of course, I told you, I don't know, not with it when I was looking through my notes. We are going to use a block in this practice, so if you have a block, grab it. We're going to use the block for 2 of our poses. I would have used it in, I was trying not to use it in bridge pose too, but okay. So here we are. You're going to place it to the outside of your right foot. We're going to do a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Take your block on your right hand. You don't have to use it. And then you're going to take your left leg up and back. Open your left hip and your left arm. So just feel the difference in the quality of this pose compared to the sun salutation. So feel how much more feminine and graceful and fluid this pose feels compared to the sun salutations. And then slowly release. And we'll do this on the other side. So you're going to place the block to the outside of your left foot. Feel your feet on the ground, hinge forward through your hips so you come into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Take your left hand on the block or on the ground, it's up to you. Take your right leg back and up, open up through your right hip. And then lift your right arm up and off the ground. Okay, so as you tune in to more advanced levels of this pose, you'll feel the lines of energy in this pose rebounding from the ground through your left leg. You'll stay connected to the breath, to your breath in this pose. Tune into your organ body. Feel what's happening in your organ body here. And then go ahead and release this posture from your body. Sorry, honey. Okay. All right. And then we're going to do 2 inversions today. One that's a more masculine inversion and one that's a more feminine inversion. Again, to get that sun-moon opposition and balance in our practice. Okay. So the first one is rabbit pose or yoga mudra. So you start kneeling. And this one will feel quite sensitive on the top of your head. I like to come into it from all fours. You can even put a folded up blanket here for the top of your head. And you're going to put the crown of your head on the top of the ground. Interlace your fingers and lift your hands up here. So of course use your own best common sense here and know that this pose is not for everybody. If you have damage in your cervical spine or any reason that you wouldn't want pressure going into your eyes and top of your head. So use your own best discretion here. And then release this posture from your body. And we'll do a feminine inversion now. We're going to do supported shoulder stand. So we are actually going to use our block for this. You could do legs up the wall as well, but this I think is pretty great. You're going to take your block and just lift your hips, place the block underneath your hips, and then just float your legs up into the air, and they'll stay up fairly effortlessly here. Okay, so don't be fooled by this kind of pose and think it's an easy pose and a beginner pose, because you can make any pose an advanced pose by the way you bring your mindfulness and awareness to what's happening in your body here. So stay connected to your breathing and be aware of the more subtle energetic shifts happening in your body, and that way it becomes an advanced yoga pose. Can you become aware of what's happening to your organs in this pose? Can you stay with your breathing through the entire posture? Can you feel the effects of this inversion on your body? And then bend your knees. Lower your feet to the ground. Press into your feet. And feel the effects of that inversion on your body. Your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body. Notice how you feel after that. Okay, roll to your side. Going to come back onto all fours. Remember when I told you we're going to do 2 versions of pigeon pose today, the contracting forward folding version 1 and the back bending version 1? Well, now we're going to do the back bending version 1. So start on all fours and slide your right knee forward again and reach your left leg back and long and tuck your tailbone under and lift up. So just feel the difference of doing this expanding version here. Feel the difference of how it feels for you mentally, emotionally, energetically in your body to do the more sun version of this pose. And then go ahead and release this side from your body. Come back to all fours. And you're going to slide your left knee forward to your left wrist. Bring your left heel over to your right hip bone. Reach your right leg back and long. And again, staying in the back bending version of it, keeping your right leg really active at the back and reaching long. And feeling the difference between the forward folding, contracting version and the back bending, expanding version. Feeling your breath movement in your body here. Where do you feel your breath movement in your body here? Maybe even taking a moment to check in with your intention that you set at the beginning of your practice as well. And then go ahead and release this from your body. Sit with your legs straight out in front of you. Going to do a twist, which is heating in your body. You're going to bend your right leg in and cross your right leg over your left leg. You can leave your bottom left leg straight or bend your left heel up to your right sit bone. Lengthen up tall through your spine. Wrap your left arm around your right leg and turn towards it. So twists are heating and detoxifying. We had a great question about twists on Facebook just the other day that I answered. I'm going to do a whole blog post about it on my website, on my blog. You can sign up to get those delivered to your inbox on my website if you want, so you don't miss them. And today we're just on the shores of Lake Ontario. I'm looking at some beautiful white swans in the background, and it's just a river estuary here that flows into Lake Ontario. On the Ajax waterfront is where we are today. Really quiet, secluded area, just a little bit back from the Ajax waterfront, which was just too cold for me today. Okay, and then untwist. Take your legs out. And this time you'll bend your right leg in and cross it over your left leg. And you can leave your left leg straight out, or, you know what, I've just set you up the same way. Hold on, reload. Left leg bends, crosses over your right leg. Bring your right heel up to your left buttocks. Press into your sit bones. And so that rebound is going to lengthen up through your spine. And when I talk about tuning into the subtle energy layers of your body, you might be able to feel that kind of internal energy flowing up and down your spine. Wrap your right arm around your left leg, turn towards it. You might be feeling that kind of internal energy, the twist as well. Take your left hand to the base of your spine. So notice the physical sensation in your body. Keep connecting with your breathing. Focusing particularly on the exhalations and the twists. Feeling your organ body, which is getting a real detoxifying ring out with the twist. And then go ahead and let this posture out of your body. You'll take your legs back out in front of you. Bend your left leg in, extend your right leg out in front of you. So twists are heating, forward folds are cooling and calming. Roll your pelvis over your leg bone and fold forward over your right leg. And see if you can feel the energetic difference between your twist and your forward fold. In your body, in the way you experience your yoga pose here. Janu Shirshasana. And then hinge back and up. You're going to bend your right leg in, extend your left leg out. Inhale, lengthen up tall through your spine. Roll your pelvis over your leg bone. Notice what's happening with your breath here. Feel the quality of this pose. Does it feel cooling, contracting, feminine? And then roll back up and go ahead and make your way down to lying on your back for Savasana. So in Savasana, you will receive your practice and notice the effects of your practice. What does it feel like to receive a practice that balances the sun and the moon energies in your physical body, in your mental body, in your emotional body, in your energetic body, and in your spiritual body? Does it feel like to experience those long holds physically, emotionally, mentally, and energetically. And how does this relate to your day-to-day life? Where in your day-to-day life do you take time to have long holds and long pauses? Where in your day-to-day life do you take time to tune into your physical body, to your mental well-being, to your emotional well-being, to how you're feeling energetically, to your breathing, to your energy. So as you reflect back on your experience of this class and how it relates to your day-to-day life, it's one small thing you're going to take away with you. One small thing that you can put into action. And then you can gradually allow your breath to deepen. Go ahead and wiggle and stretch out. Bend your knees. Roll to your right side. And make your way up to seated. Thank you for joining me for episode 191 of Namaste Yoga. If you like the video, click on like and leave your comments. I will see you next week. Namaste.